Good evening, everyone. It's Tom Sydney Bushnell, aka Numbers, here from Site Club and the Tom Numbers Show. And I've got Ana Rodgers with me, and I've got a couple of numbers to share. Touchstone is 140, Tom Numbers, and Zeolite is 92 numbers. So anyway, Anna, it's great to see you. It's great to do a show. We've been talking for a while to do this, so I'm glad we're able to do this now together. Seems like the right time.
Good to be back.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back. And we're going to be talking. I'll hand the time over to Anna. She's got a lot of things to share with us. It's just good to see you.
Cool. Thank you. So when we first connected through the magic of the internet, I was sharing with people my story of what happened from heavy metal toxicity. And we talked about the zeolite that was life-changing for me and has been life-changing for so many people.
There it is. I'm a big fan of it. I've been using it, and I really enjoy it. You just go, that's it. Simple.
So easy. You can give it to your kids, even animals as well, because we are all being bombarded with chemicals, and so are the animals. So their increase of autoimmune and cancers have just absolutely skyrocketed. So detoxing is really so important. I cannot stress how important it is. So that's what I've been talking about with people for the last 3 years. I wrote a book called Toxic World, Toxic People that has a massive section on what toxins are doing, where they're coming from, what you can do to avoid them. And today I wanted to talk about something different that will hopefully inspire some people. So my story is, which I just shared, but I never really made any money from what I do, making people aware of toxins and bringing them the solutions. And Touchstone Essentials, who make that amazing product, I've been with them for 10 years, but I never really had success sharing it with my own kind of audience because I only had a small audience. I've never really been a big influencer. I like being on videos, but not on my own. But I've connected with people. So with this opportunity, Touchstone put together this amazing offer. It's the one that you shared when we first met, where the customer can buy it for $5. It's basically free. They get to experience it, and then they love it, stay on the product. That's when the commissions come in for you, the influencer.
Yeah. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant product. I was missing it in America. I had to call the office to send me one because when I was in the States, I was like, I need it, and I could feel it. I needed it on the travels, so I was so glad when I got it again.
When you become, cleaner from detoxing, you do notice it when you don't have it. I think it makes you more sensitive in a way because your body is not used to all the crap anymore. So I'm not surprised that you felt a difference. Basically, this opportunity that we're talking about today is, if anyone out there is struggling financially, going through a really tough time, just feeling lost with what they're doing, my friends and I at Touchstone have put together a training group where we're teaching people how to contact influencers. Because as I was saying before, I always struggled with building a business because I didn't have the audience. But through the work I did, speaking about toxins, vaccines, and all that stuff, I ended up making a network of people that do have big followings. So when this amazing deal came out, I then reached out to people, which is why you've seen Mark share it, Charlie's shared it. They've both been instrumental in helping a lot of people try that product and stay on that product, which comes with life-changing testimonials. And that's the most important thing. But it does come with, financial rewards for the influencers who benefit from it. So because I've got this still going with all these influences. I've been able to leave England, live in Costa Rica. My husband's not working anymore. We've built quite a phenomenal life, really, because we've got an off-grid home, solar panels, our own water supply, we're growing food. We're kind of living the dream that we never thought we could do. And it's thanks to this opportunity. So this group that we've got on Facebook is free to join. We basically teach people how to do this, and it's all done step by step. So we teach them how to find the influencers, because we don't just want anyone. We want to find people that actually care about others. There's a lot of people on TikTok who just look good and want to sell anything and everything. And they're not the kinds of people we want. We want to find people like you, like Mark, like Charlie, who know what's going on, who give a shit about people and want to help bring them solutions. So we've got a system in place where we just teach you what to do. And we've got email templates, because whatever a person brings to us in terms of, if they get an influencer who says yes, then they'll be making money off of them. And it can be quite substantial. You know, if you have a TikTok person with, say, 100,000 followers, they can run some of these special offers. And if they sell like thousands and thousands of bottles, the person who connected that influencer to us can be earning like 10% of what they make. And sometimes for me, the first person I ever reached out to was Larry Cook, who had a group, like an absolute legend in this. And he was the first person that did this offer. He did very well. And then he connected up Dr. Sherry Tenpenny. She did very well. Erin Elizabeth. They've all just started to sign up other people. And that's the beauty of this kind of system. It's a bit like a family tree. You sort of start with one person, and they find someone, and then there's more and there's more. And this is how you build a very big downline, which is making a ton of people healthier. I mean, my downline's got, I think, which you're a part of, is 100,000 customers, you know. And just think about my story. Poisoned by mercury, had this product 2 weeks later, completely different. And one of the ladies that's also in our group, who's training people how to use TikTok, because she's got over 300,000 followers, she has helped over 8,000 mums with kids who've got autism and speech delay. And they've been trying the Touchstone products, and the amount of testimonials that we get that just come pouring in from her customers are just phenomenal. Like life-changing stuff, where the kids suddenly start speaking properly. The lady that's in our group, who's really well known on TikTok, she had a daughter with speech delay, which
what's her name? Jamie who?
Jamie Lee, and her TikTok account is The Intuitive Lifestyle. And she has done extraordinarily well with Touchstone simply by using the product on her daughter, who had these issues. You know, she was displaying, I guess, a type of autism, couldn't speak properly. And then in 5 days, and she filmed it all, her daughter started speaking like hundreds of words that she wasn't using before. It was just phenomenal. So because she had the video and she was able to share all of those things that the product was doing, all of the people on TikTok who also have kids with sensory issues, speech delay, autism, were just like, oh my God. So we're teaching people how to reach these mums whose kids need help. Because
how long was that, Anna? So
5 days. 5 days.
Really?
Yep.
How old was her daughter?
I think she was 2. Yeah, and I think, I don't think she was speaking hundreds of words, 5, but she was starting to speak, and she wasn't speaking to her parents. You know, it was a profound change, and now she's normal, speaking all the words that she should at that age. But it basically changed Jamie's life, because she really saw what toxins are doing, and it became her passion. And like a lot of people that watch your show, Mark's show, Charlie's show, you guys care about helping others. Why would you be here? You know, so it's like, if people are bored at home, feel like they don't really have a purpose, this can be it. We can do so much good to change these kids. And then you change the parents as well, because you think about learning about all the toxins in the world, because we don't get taught that. Doctors tell us our livers can handle it. They don't, if you go see someone and you say you're sick, they don't ever go and test you for heavy metals. If you said you were poisoned by glyphosate outside, maybe they would, but they're not going to do that for everyone that goes to see them. So you don't know that you're suffering from toxicity because they don't get trained to do that. So this is why people like me, who don't really have any training but have done the research, are being listened to more than doctors, because the industry is not doing the right thing. So we've been inundated with people into our group already. We've got 600 people, mostly through Mark, because I think what I've said to people just resonates. And it's like, sometimes all you need is just one influencer to say yes. And that we make it easy, because some people go, oh, well, I don't know what to do, but we make it step by step. So basically, anyone that's watching this, this is what you'd need to do. You come into the group, sign up under you, and that we talk about the differences between the affiliate program and the VBO. We can train people to become influencers as well. This is where Jamie is teaching people what to do. Or if you don't really want to be an influencer, but you want to reach the influencers, we teach you how to do that. We have email templates available. We teach you to put a spreadsheet together. We've actually got a template for that. So all a person's job would be to go online, start following people that you like and that you resonate with, who've got a really decent following. We explain what that is, because if you sign up someone with 1,000 followers, they're not really going to do very well. They might sell sort of 2 or 3 bottles, which is really not going to be worth people's time in the long run, because if this is going to change your financial situation, you want to find the people with the big audiences. But we just make it very easy. We have a really fun group. We're teaching people how to be free from their money blocks. I've got a lady coming in a few weeks who's going to be speaking about what trauma does to the body and how that can, interrupt your sort of success with abundance in life. And the vibe is really wonderful, and it's free to join. So I kind of think it's a win-win for people.
Just going back to, and it's a great opportunity, so people should do that. Join below, the links will be there. You said at the beginning about you had mercury poisoning. So that makes me think of the whole thing of fillings, amalgam fillings. Can people get results through that? I mean, they still have the, you probably looked into this a lot.
Do you mean the results with the product to help with the mercury?
Yeah, with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's, I don't know what the percentage of it is in there, but it's in the fillings, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think it's at least 50%. I mean, it's evil when you look into the history of how mercury got into the fillings. It's so twisted and so dark. It's similar to, they know what they're doing. It's just awful. So a lot of people do have a lot of fillings in their mouth, and it's really frightening for them, because they know that it's like a ticking time bomb. But you can't just go and get them taken out, because you've got to go to someone that knows what they're doing. My husband actually had 3 fillings removed over the last 8 months with a really good holistic dentist here in Costa Rica. They all wore like hazmat suits to do it. And then he had like just all this special equipment. And I was like, if that doesn't show people how toxic and frightening this stuff is, then I don't know what else will drive it home to people. But some people say, you had like 10 mercury fillings in the mouth. I mean, you wouldn't want to get more than 2 done at a time, separated by probably 4 months of treatment. You never want to go and get them all done at once. Even with the great dentists that we saw here, they wouldn't do more than 3. They had to separate it over that time. And then you have to take charcoal, take the zeolite, like it's a big deal to get them out. So for some people who can't do that, they can't afford it. This is why taking the zeolite, 3 times a day would be absolutely vital, because it's going to mop up any mercury. Because each time you have something hot, each time you chew, there's even been studies done that when you're speaking, it's still, the gas is coming out from the fillings, and it might only be a tiny bit, but the problem with toxicity comes from accumulation. You know, it's really nasty stuff. I've been taking zeolite for a very long time, but I know my liver struggles with detoxing. So I hold on to things, you know, more than the average person. So detoxing for me is absolutely vital. And if you have issues with methylation of the detox pathways, you're going to be more likely to get cancer. And 1 in 2 people have methylation issues. It's a really big problem. And all of these sort of gene mutations that are starting to happen and be seen and be normal is because of the toxicity damaging the parents that then pass it on to their children. So I just love what we're doing, because this is like proper game-changing stuff for people. You know, if you take out huge amounts of chemicals in people's bodies, it's going to have a more of a fighting chance to
positive effect. Yeah. So do you find if the fillings are still in there, the zeolite helps buffer that daily erosion and help pass it out?
It'll mop up the loose stuff. Like it won't. And some people, this is good to bring it up, but some people go, well, will it actually take my filling out? No, it won't. It's not going to degrade your filling down. It just takes is natural.
It's already coming off. It takes, okay.
Yeah.
So it's interesting as well. So he's had them out. Did he get anything put in, or has he maybe been able to do other methods that help it regrow?
They gave him, I think they cleaned them out with like ozone, and then I guess they just filled them with like some new composite stuff.
White stuff.
Like it's not silver, it's more tooth color, but it's like safer than what the mercury would be. And over here it's a really good price. Like the scary thing is it's the same with like when I had breast implants and I had to get them out. I had to spend so much money on getting them out. It's the same with the fillings. You know, you pay to get them, then you realize they gave me really toxic stuff, and that you have to pay more money to get them out. It's just madness, all the stuff that we don't really get warned about.
I've heard that you can get regrow teeth. I know it's a bit off topic, but I've heard that you can. I don't know who, but maybe put it in the comments if anyone knows of a doctor or method to help regrow.
I've heard that people have done it with their kids. It's usually from like a high fat diet, like even from butter, I've heard, or ghee, because and liver, if you give that, because it's really rich in nutrients. I used to be mostly vegan, and my kids were mostly vegan, and they've had hell with their teeth, like loads of holes and stuff. And this is again another thing that's becoming normal, because the minerals in the diet is just not enough. So we're seeing, huge problems with teeth. Another thing I've read is that you can put eggshells in a smoothie, because the eggshells are full of calcium. So you can make a smoothie and drink that, and then that's going to coat your teeth. There's probably some other things I'm not really thinking of. I think cod liver oil as well. People swore about that. There's a book called Heal Tooth Decay by some famous dentist. Yeah. So it is possible. I never really looked into it for my kids because I left the problem too late. But I think it's something that could be done for sure. The body's amazing. When you do the right things for it, it can heal.
Zeolite. Yeah, you do. I know for sure you feel the difference if you're not on it. I did when I was traveling the States.
When you know about the science of what it does, it's really quite extraordinary, because toxins have a certain charge and the zeolite has the opposite charge. So it literally acts like a magnet. And I just think, with all the craziness in the world, and that it's become so polluted and so toxic, to know that there is something that literally will grab onto stuff and pull it out through your urine and sweat is like genius.
You do notice that actually in you definitely notice it. It's like, okay, it's doing its job, and you'll notice that.
And we've seen with these mums that are helping their kids, and God bless them, because they've just followed the doctor's orders and gone to the wellness visits and had all of those things, and then they know that their kids aren't progressing properly, and they're like, what's happened? So Jamie's been able to massively red pill them with what's happened. But it's very sad as well, because I think they've just, a huge amount of like shock with the truth and what's going on today. And then there are some children that are so damaged that it's tricky to get them back, which is really sad, because I think no one knows why do some kids respond to these things and others don't. You know, there's so much more research that needs to be done with autism, but they don't want to do it, because if you do the research, then you've got to share what the cause was. So there's not that much money in that, because they don't want people to know.
Yeah.
And I've noticed, because of these mums on on TikTok sharing about what's happened to their kids, there's now some suppression of zeolite information. And then there's also some paid so-called science experts that are being using their platform to say crazy things like, you know, these parents that are detoxing their children are, you know, are abusive and, you know, shouldn't be doing that, which is crazy, because any decent doctor would know that babies are being born with over 200 industrial chemicals in their umbilical cord. Yet if a mother was healthy, her placenta is meant to protect the baby from that toxicity. So children are coming into this world with an overburdened liver already, you know, and then when they get all these other things and medications, they just become, you know, so sick. But yeah, these things on Facebook, on TikTok now they're saying like zeolite's dangerous and it's actually killed some people, but the hate pieces say the same thing. It's dangerous, it's killed people. It hasn't. Zeolite has never killed anyone. It's got a generally recognized as safe status, even by the FDA. The FDA can't say anything bad about it, you know. So that's why I know it's a threat. Again, detoxing and getting yourself healthy is a threat because when you look at the connection between toxins and disease, it's everything. It's really everything. And even with parasites, like children today are infested with parasites, so are the adults, because the microbiome is becoming so out of whack that the parasites, which is kind of normal to have some in your body, but they're just getting out of control. And parasites actually hold on to the metals in your body, so you need to get them out. And we've seen that with the zeolite, and then Touchstone have a new product that's the fulvic minerals, which is a wonderful combination. So we're getting mums say that they've seen parasites come out of their kids, you know, within a few days of using the products. It's really quite extraordinary.
And that's what fulvic, you say?
Yeah, so fulvic acid it comes from the earth. It's from like compacted soil, and sometimes it can be like years and years and years old, probably even thousands of years old. It's plant matter compacted, basically, but it's so rich in nutrients, which we don't really get in our food anymore, because you think about the soil that is used to grow food, it's constantly being sort of dug up all the time, whereas this is like compacted over a very long time, so it's very nutrient rich. And the studies behind that is really quite phenomenal. And even with the effects of this, which is causing issues with the protein, there's studies that have, I think they've already been done on the protein being removed from fulvic acid. So I kind of see these products as they're going to be needed for a very long time, which is why we need to educate people out there that they exist. And the beauty of these specials that we've got is Touchstone have put together all these deals that we can tell the influencers about, so they can sell to their audience a brand new bottle, full-size bottle of the fulvic minerals for $10. And then the Pure Body is either the $5 promo, or you can sell it for $14. So you can get these really good products into people's hands for a very low price, but they're so good that people stay on them if they can afford them, you know. And that's where the commissions come in for the influencers who are sharing the deals.
So we'll have links, we'll have offers for my community for the fulvic acid and the zeolite.
Yep.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I'll arrange that. And then the Facebook group, will have a link for that. And then when people come in, you just need to tell us who brought you to us, because we want to do the right thing and make sure everyone is signed up from the person who recommended you to come to us. So we're really good with that. Like, we never just go and sell our own link. It's always who brought you into the group. But as said, it's fun. We all love it. And soon we're going to have an automated system where you just need to open a document and then it will tell you step by step what you need to do. People can always ask us questions. I can hop on calls with people to explain things. Like, it's been great to do. I really love it, because I've been so lucky to create financial abundance for myself, but I want to do it for other people.
Yeah. Pass it on, pay it forward.
Exactly.
You know, it's so interesting what you've got here when you bring up the fulvic acid, Anna, and fulvic is 73. It's actually children. It's a number of things, but you talked about, you see the mums on TikTok and, it gets rid of these parasites out of them. And acid is 17, which is Q. But you add them together, so children Q or Q children comes to 90. 90 comes to boomerang. And so taking the product is like a boomerang effect, is reversing the health. And even zeolite equals 92, which is numbers, but the word reverse is 92. So both of them, a boomerang effect with the fulvic acid.
How amazing is that?
And zeolite is a reverse, and you add them together as 182. One of my favorite ones, the flux capacitor, which Back to the Future. My fans will know when I talk about that. But anyway, those ones, boomerang and reverse, the two products,
That's so fascinating, because I know a little bit about numerology, but nowhere near as much as you know. So when you hear about something, you obviously calculate the numbers, and then you'll already know if it's like a powerful thing or not. And then to have the zeolite and the fulvic minerals have good numbers, that it just blows my mind.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to helping any of your people get some financial abundance going, as well as testing out the products if they haven't done so.
So in recap, just in closing, Anna, so we'll put the links below for people at the top. So what are the steps they need to take? So maybe if they want to do the product, and if they want to take up the opportunity, just take them through the two things they should do. We
always think, if you're going to be working with us in the group and sharing the products, even if you've got it in mind that you want the influencers to sell it, you still need to try the product so that you know why we rave about it so much and why it's such a good deal for people to try. So if you haven't got the fulvic minerals, get it. It's going to be $10 for a bottle. It's normally $65.99, I think, or something like that. So it's a really good deal. The PBX, which is the product you were holding up, that's normally $79.95, and you can get it for $14. So for two products, you're paying like just under 25 quid, for both of them, yet you'll be able to experience what they do. And then the next step would be come into our group, learn about. Oh, you paused. Can you hear me, Alan? Well, they're the two things you should do. Hit the links below. We'll see if Anna comes back on, or we might just say thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, this one, when I was doing my tour in the US, so I didn't actually take a bottle with me. I should have done. But in the rush, I didn't. Actually, no, incorrect. I did have a bottle, but so I had two bottles. I had one at home, but then I took one with me, but during the trip I ran out. So I called up the headquarters and they delivered one to me in the US.
But I really did notice it, particularly being on the road, traveling a lot. I was like, there were chemicals, exhaust and all kinds of, other stuff. Just, it happens in life. But I did miss it. I really did miss it. So I was very grateful to get it again. So, and it's on auto ship. But take advantage of the first offer, the two offers. So the fulvic acid, the minerals, and the zeolite, which is this one. Take advantage of it. If you don't like it, you can cancel. Mark says that, just go on the auto ship, but you can cancel as soon as you get the product if you wanted to. But I think once you become a fan and enjoy the product, you won't want to. You'll want to continue using it. So that would be my recommendation. Anyway, the links will be below. It looks like Anna's got lost connection, so we're going to wrap up the show. So thanks everyone. God bless. And it seems divine. It seems meant to be, because Touchstone, the company that make it, they were 140 is Tom Numbers, and zeolite is 92, which is numbers, which is reverse. And that's what this product helps you do, helps you reverse ill effects and get your body back into balance and well-being. So I highly recommend it. I'm a fan of it. I enjoy using it, and I hope it benefits you as well. So thanks everyone. God bless. Take care. Bye.